messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Who wanna get on that ass real quick one time? 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any part. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a Zoc, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang-Chi. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. He ain't locked in with the count and with you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war.
Nobody can see that was handed over to us to do something amazing. Take the gift, man. Take the gift. Take the gift, man. And let the Most High work in you to do something you have never believed.
I ain't even impressed what you expect. You see this shit? Hold on, there's one West on my chest.
One West world. That's it.
Fucking street code, little priest law. No stain, great dane with the leash off. I ain't nothing of this world, I need a respawn. I just know they wish that I would stop, but I keep going. These fringes on my calf like a tube sock. I used to stuff the loose ones in my shoebox. And we came a long way from the curbside. Now we looking from the top from a bird eye. And I can't leave my brother on the battlefield. Lord, let the hell rain, we gon' see who real. And you know they gon' hate when they see a plate. So imagine what they doing for $250,000. And we really the only ones going to war. You niggas just be talking like y'all won the war. I made love to this truth and there's no divorce. My Spanish mommy call me Poppy like a corner store. Let me show you how to do it. Said he living by the word, I think it's time he proved it. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And say the acting for the camera, this is not a movie. I pray to God I don't fall off. I ain't nothing like y'all. Niggas think they slime, cut their head off a python. Blame me for my outlook, never counted the lookouts. The world said I wasn't shit, but look how I turned out. Not so bad, huh? Why you mad, huh? We go hard, but go harder for the have-not. Listen, when that oil hit your leg, then you can't stop. Your feet better hit the ground running, this shit bedrock. Man, we tried to put him on, but he sleep. Waking up the people, that's the job for a priest. Hopped out the wheel, French is swinging like a a pendulum. You heard of the tribes, where the fuck you think they get it from? Look, I'm a soldier, get the order, then I get it done. Got some big shit to split the water, make these niggas run. Why you hurt? If I told the truth, then I showed you love. Let me prove it. Wanna move right? Let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. Said he living by the word, I think it's time he proved. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And save the acting for the camera, this is not a movie.
Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to say it. I ain't even on a rap, so I already beat the rap shit.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're...
Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Shabrakatham, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemala, Than Bashim Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. You understand? Back at it again, One West Ground Zero Radio podcast with Officer 1000 Adiyar and myself, Officer 500 Barak Ya'ala, your host, doing the most, your favorite priest from the East. You understand? We're about to rock it out again. Another successful episode, as usual. What's going on with you, Adawan? You're muted.
Yeah, shalom, priest Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Understand? You already know we're in the north side, you know what I'm saying? Montreal, Canada. Understand? Doing it big.
Damn right, damn right. And as usual, we're gonna give you the, all these stories. Listen, we probably don't know what it's about. We just got stories for you. A lot has been going on in the world. Good night.
Right.
Listen, all I want to say is this, civil wars, race wars, world wars, all wars are knocking at your door. You better come in class. Right. Because our people are going to learn the hard way that this should have been in class a long time ago. Unfortunately. You understand? But let's get into these stories. It's about to be interesting. What should we start with? Good night. There's so much things that's going on around the planet. I don't even know where to start with. Good night. Start with Salakia. Let me pull this up real quick. Bear with me 1 second. I'm about to share my screen. Apparently, I started to see a pattern right here. A man unalived his mother after ChatGPT allegedly convinced him she was a spy. Good night. I have a question for white people because I don't necessarily understand the white mind. I'm not like a white people expert, but what's going on? Nobody is safe. Damn. I need the perspective of an expert. ChatGPT is telling you your mother's a spy, so you take her life? What did Joe Muhammad say? Listen, white people, y'all are so bloodthirsty people. If y'all have nobody to unalive, you will start unaliving yourselves.
Right.
Good night. Salakia.
And what the general said is exactly that. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted a reason to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine what type of conversation he's having with the AI. You know what I'm saying? For the AI to tell you that your mom is a spy. Like, what the hell?
What secrets is she leaking?
Good.
Damn. ChatGPT tell you your mom is a spy, you have to unalive her, and you go ahead and do it. It's crazy work. Good night. I don't know what to say. I'm not an expert, but it seems like Y'all need proper like home training. That's what it seems like. Y'all need home training. Again, who am I to say? I'm not an expert. I just observe. That's it. You want to add to that? I don't want.
Yeah, God, you know what I'm saying? Like the oppressor is such a devil, man. And like you said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like they're so bloodthirsty, man. They will unalive themselves if they don't have nobody to unalive. And I'm glad that these things are happening in our times, because now we're seeing exactly who the oppressor is for who he is. You know what I'm saying? We growing up in the Christian church, we thought like, you know what I'm saying, like we was taught like the oppressor such, you know what I'm saying, it's like an angel on earth. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a like he's, you know what I'm saying? He goes around like, you know what I'm saying, wearing a suit and tie, and you think of him like, you know what I'm saying, being the most sophisticated man on the face of the earth. Meanwhile, those devils, you know what I'm saying, will unalive everything, anything. So like,
that's really it. I mean, listen, scripture said the man of sin will be revealed. You can't say that's not him. That is the face of the devil right here. And really, he just has the face of a regular white person. That's the crazy part. But we can move on if you want to add more to it.
Nah, that was it.
Yeah. Woman says she wants a man that's going to stick by her side even if she get pregnant by someone else. Good night. Damn. I don't even know if your father would stick with you by your side at this point.
You know what I'm saying? Like these women are delusional, you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Probably it comes from the family too. Like the mothers nowadays, they don't teach the woman how to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? They just let them be a whores, you know what I'm saying? Like even by the way she dressed, she should learn, you know what I'm saying? She should learn, you know what I'm saying, how to dress. You can't be dressing like this, you know what I'm saying? No, your coochie out and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? There's children online, man. Children got to see you, you know what I'm saying, all your body shapes and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? She should learn how to dress before anything else. So, like,
I mean, again, it comes to proper home training that you don't really get proper home training outside the Israelite school and the universal and practical knowledge. Right. Our sisters really are the standard on how it is to be a woman, you know. When I say woman, I mean like not a whore, on how it is to be a wife, on how it is to be a sister, on how it is to be a mother. Outside the I.S.U.P.K is very dangerous. They want to be sexually liberated, which is just another term for, you know, let it be a whole freely without quote unquote hurting her. That's what it means to be sexually liberated. They had a whole march called the Slut Walk with this bald head Edomite. What's her name again? Amber Rose. You understand? Like it's a badge of honor to be a whore and not to be judged about it. It's not. We need to bring back slut shaming. Like how you go on social media and make a public post about you need a man to stick by your side even though you're pregnant by another man. Listen, that man that sticks by your side, you know, you're gonna have like 3 different baby daddies while he sticks by your side. While you're in a relationship with him, you're gonna, you know, cheat on him and have 4 different baby daddies, and he is not one of them. Damn, that is insane work. Listen, you sisters need to get into the school and learn what it is to be a proper woman, a respectable and honorable sister.
Okay.
Learning how to dress, learning how to talk, learning how to act, not be a whore. It's that simple. You understand? It's a lot,
and I feel sorry for the next generation of kids, you know what I'm saying, growing up to see their mother being whores, you know what I'm saying, like hearing story about their mother, you know what I'm saying, like I'm glad our mothers, you know what I'm saying, like was from a different era, you know what I'm saying, but mothers nowadays, you know what I'm saying, these sisters nowadays, you know what I'm saying, like they're gonna make, you know what I'm saying, like you might see like more suicide, you know what I'm saying, like suicide in the future, because, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for a kid to grow up and to think of your mom as, you know what I'm saying, as a whore, man. It's something that would devastate, you know what I'm saying, like the mind of a child. So like,
yeah, I remember there was a post on the OnlyFans mom. She's saying, "Yo, kids are mean and being bullies to her son because, you know, they're talking about they seen your mom naked and so on and so forth." I mean, you're the one putting yourself out here. What are you talking about?
Right.
And kids will be kids. Kids, listen, it's horrible to be a kid. For every reason. They're gonna make fun at you because you have a stain on your shirt. Imagine your mom being a whore. Good night. Kids will make fun of you just to make fun of you for no goddamn reason. And then your mom is a whore on OnlyFans? Listen, you hate your kids. That's what it is. You hate yourself. So you can't expect to love your kids if you hate yourself. Just don't be a whore. Put on some clothes. Put on the right attire. Like Adio said, don't be put on something that puts your front out here for the world to see.
God.
You understand? Have some goddamn standards, some morals talking about men are thirsty. Good night. You're out here dangling a piece of steak, a piece of sirloin in front of a hungry animal. You think he's not gonna go for it? Then you're not gonna say something about it? You should rethink your choices. That's what it is. Really, what it is, you should come to class. You understand? And for you brothers out here that complaining about these women, listen, you want a proper woman. The only proper woman you can find is in the I.S.U.P.K. And if you already got a monster on your hands, well, guess what? Bring her to class so she can leave her monstrous mind in the world and become a righteous sister. And you be that one and only man that by her side that gets her pregnant. No other. Salaki, we can move on unless you want to add to it.
Salaki, I just wanted to add, there's a comment, you know what I'm saying, on it that said, these type of women gonna bring you home an STD, fam, stay safe. And that's so true. Like, this sister don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that other man that you're having sex with, he's not only having sex with you, he's having sex with another woman, or it might be, you know what I'm saying, another man.
I was gonna say that he's having sex with another man.
God. You know what I'm saying? Then you don't even notice, you know what I'm saying? Then you have sex with him thinking it's all good, you know what I'm saying? It's the passion, the fire of the passion and whatnot. Next thing you know, he gives you a disease, then you bring it back home. Then
you get AIDS.
You know what I'm saying? Some disease you could even share, you know what I'm saying, by drinking water, like herpes, you know what I'm saying? Then your kids could catch it too, you know what I'm saying? Because of your, you know what I'm saying, loose leg moments. A lot.
Loose leg is crazy. Listen, I'm gonna have to start saying this. You are loose leg women.
Yeah.
Good night. Loose leg is insane. Let's move on to the next one. This goes hand in hand with the one we just talked about. Damn near.
I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Caribbeans don't own the rights to Labor Day. I know for some of y'all that live in NYC, I'm from NYC, visitors, tourists, we have come to the conclusion that Labor Day belongs to Caribbean people. But my question is, do all of them have their green card? Why you're celebrating other countries? Like, it's wild when you are an American person and you live in America and they have a parade to celebrate labor. This is not celebrating your country specifically. It's Labor Day. How did you shut down Americans from coming to the parade?
Yeah, we can start right here. She's dumb as hell. She's dumb as hell. SHALAM, Paul. Labor Day was started for white people. And the carnival is also for white people. It has nothing to do with Caribbean people. And Labor Day has nothing to do with our Judite brothers and sisters, so-called Black Americans. I don't understand that foundational Black American rhetoric. This is not for Caribbean people. Labor Day is for labor. What do you mean? That we were not laborers for free as well, which was really just a slave? We were never slaves. And then again, Labor Day is not even for the slaves. It was for white people. They were not getting paid right. So they got Labor Day. You dumb as hell. Salakia.
God. You understand? Like, she's those type of woman, you know, saying that thing that knows all, you know, they know all and everything. She should just, you know, saying, be quiet. Go to that kitchen and make some biscuit, man. It's a lot.
Make a sandwich. And don't be loose. If you're a woman in the Caribbean parade, anyways, you're loose leg. Like,
right.
You're loose leg. You understand? You have your man by your side while you're winding up on another man's crotch. You're loose leg. That really happens. Hey, Lord be with y'all. You understand? It's horrible out here. Salakia.
All right.
That has nothing to do with Black people. That has nothing to do with Caribbean people. It has nothing to do with Black Americans. It's both are about white people. The French brought the carnival, right? The French brought the carnival to the West Indies. Trinidad made it big. You understand? At first, it comes from the Roman Catholic festival of Carnivale, which is where you take the term carnival from. Really, it's crazy. And you see how the men are half naked, looking like homosexuals during the parade. Guess what? Carnivale means let go of the meat. Listen, if you're a man out here half naked, whining on these, I don't care if you're whining with them girls. You're half naked, parading like a goddamn peacock. You're a homosexual. Carnivale means let go of the meat. You understand? And really, that stems even further back to what you call it again? Some Babylonian festivity. I forgot what's it called. I did a whole history class on that. The Babylonians and the Egyptians adopted it. Then the Greeks, then the Romans, and they call it Carnivale, and we call it Carnival. Or they call it Mardi Gras, which just means Fat Tuesday, which is what they celebrate down south in Louisiana. Y'all don't even listen. If you learn basic history, you will not make a fool out of yourself like this sister talking about, oh, it's not for Caribbean people, it's Labor Day, it's for Black Americans. You're dumb as hell. Labor Day was for white people. Carnival was also for white people. That's for all you West Indian people out here talking about it celebrates the emancipation of slaves. It doesn't. During slavery, they celebrated Carnival. You were not allowed to partake in Carnival. That's it. You're dumb as hell. Salaki.
All right.
Let me move on to the next one.
You want to no? Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot. Because you lot don't like to listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place. And when you get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were cheating on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were cheating on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know. And that's why I'm never going to be in your proper ever again. Yeah, I'm not with black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Apologies.
Listen. Apologies where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot? So where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Once you talk about black women's hair, you're on your own, my guy.
Good night.
so like I thought he was a ginger, man.
Yeah, he is a nigga and a ginger. Good night. The best of both worlds. No, but shit. Really. Okay, so the thing with this brother, because he's a brother, right? He still dates heathens. He dates heathens. He was addressing, I think, what African woman. He dates heathens. But the thing is, a lot of black men really, the problem is we've been so destroyed by our oppressor that we say stuff like, yeah, I can't date black women. They don't know how to be put in their place, and whatever the case is. A lot of women really are keeping the men, pushing the men away with their monstrous attitude. That is a fact. But then again, to say like I don't date black women because of that, see that's that nigga like, yo, you have to tell him, yo, grow some balls and tame that bitch. What do you mean? What's wrong with you? We're both destroyed. Like you're so destroyed, you're disgusted of yourself. When I see yourself, your own race. I think this man says like he dates Asian women. Damn, they'll put you in the soup and bring the next wave of COVID. That's what's gonna happen. You understand? And that's crazy work. And then you see the problem is that this man, I think he's half a homosexual because he wanted to make an argument like, yo, where's your hair? I was like, damn. Good night. Good night. You know, but the truth is, the same way our black woman needs to be worked on, the man need to be fixed as well. You know, and you could only do that in the I.S.U.P.K. You'll learn how to do that in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You know, instead of going on a goddamn outrage like a half a homo, starting yelling and gyrating on the podcast. I was like, damn. He lost his composure just to tell her, yo, where's your hair? That's why I don't do that night. Salakia.
Yeah, I believe it's the hair part, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he doesn't date black woman. The brother should, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of beautiful sisters, you know what I'm saying? Black sisters, you know what I'm saying? With hair, man. I say, get you one, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just get you one that has hair. Get you one that has no hair. Who cares? You know, just get you one. There's a lot of them. Really, the good sisters are in the I.S.U.P.K. That's it.
Right.
You understand? That's really it. And they have hair.
God.
You understand? Just get your pride over. You said you should stop. What you should do is stop dating these Asians, because he dates Asians. You understand? He dates Asian women, and he talks down on black women. And that's the problem.
So like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like arguing with women, you know what I'm saying, on these platforms, sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's kind of give a feminine vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's somebody else woman most of the time, you know what I'm saying? And then you have to argue with somebody else woman, you know what I'm saying? That's not so manly at all.
Right. All you need to do is come to the school. There's a school in the UK, and you'll learn how to pick a proper woman. And if not, if you already picked her, you'll learn how to fix her. But I can't deal with her because she don't know how to shut her mouth. Listen, all women will not be able to shut their mouth. It don't matter if she Asian, white, African, or whatever the case is. But the only woman, whether they know how to shut their mouth or not, the only woman you should be with is so-called black, Latino, or natives.
God. If
she shut her mouth, most correct. If she doesn't, well, learn how to do it. That's really it. Going on an outrage, talking about, yo, where's your hair? Yo, good night. Where's your honor? Talking about where's your hair?
God.
If for you sisters out here, if you need to learn how to shut your mouth, let me get that precept real quick. I think it's Ecclesiasticus. Or is it in Proverb? You understand? But those who don't know how to shut their mouth, who think you should just, run your mouth and whatever the case is. This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. You don't want to be a curse to that man. You don't want to be something he despised. You see, a gift is pleasant to have. You're happy when you have a gift. You unwrap the gift, you enjoy it, you cherish it, you take care of it. It's a gift. It's not something you just, that's meaningless. You just throw in the garbage. You appreciate that gift. And a silent and loving woman, not one who just runs her mouth just because you just want to nag your husband all the time. Most of the time for no goddamn reason. Especially after coming from a long day of work, battling demons, Christians, Muslims, being oppressed by the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. The last thing he wants is just you nagging in his ear. I don't know, for whatever reason, women nag about anything. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Now you chicken heads out here talking about you want a side nigga that will keep you while you get pregnant by other men. Now you talking about, we need to stop slut shaming. You need to bring back slut shaming. Absolutely. Salaki.
Right.
You understand? Now you talking about, well, he lets me hang with these other men. These are my gay friends or whatever nonsense y'all say. There's no such thing. Listen, you cannot even have gay friends. These gay friends will turn straight once you're not with that man no more. Good night. You understand? Just be his peace. Be quiet for a second. Be loving. You understand? Salaki, other one. Move on to the next one unless you want to add to it.
Nah, that was it on my part.
Man, I said, where's your hair? Damn. Anti-migrant protester who claimed to protect children exposed as convicted pedophile. I don't even know what to
say. That's the oppressor for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm starting putting in my mind like all these oppressors are pedophile by nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be shocked if one of them is not. You know what I'm saying? I look at every oppressor nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in their culture, it's in their nature. It's a lot.
It is. I mean, damn. What is there to say? Like this, and this is crazy because he claims to protect children and he's a pedophile. Imagine that. Good night. Listen, it is you want to protect children. The only thing that can be done to protect children is to have an Israelite rulership.
Okay.
When the righteous and authority, the people rejoice. It says in Revelation 21, there will be no more tears, no more sorrow, no nothing. You understand? Children will not disappear. Your children will be safe under righteous rulership, which is only able to have so when we are in power. What happens when the white man's in power? The pedophiles can go back to the state of Israel under the law of return. You understand? That's what happens. The children are not protected when the wicked is ruling. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's right now. It's a lot, yeah.
God. And you know how they you know what I'm saying, like separated families during slavery. You know what I'm saying? They separated us from our kids and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe children need to be separated from, you know what I'm saying, their Edomite fathers, man. Maybe they'll be
right.
I mean, because you can't trust, you know what I'm saying, these Edomites with their own kids. They'll grip everything, you know what I'm saying, moving. The dog, they'll grip the dog if they have to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Edomites are just, you know what I'm saying, like something out of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like their deviancies, man. They portray like such a good game, a good side of themselves. Like, nah, we for the children. Meanwhile, they're the biggest pedophile, man.
Damn right. I mean, there's this Edomite. She was at the Charlie Kirk's rally talking about she got assaulted by her father. She got pregnant. I was like, damn. Yeah. It's good night. It's horrendous out here. Hey, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shemala. Thabashim Yahweh Shai.
Shalom, sis.
Also, to anyone who would like to jump in on the show, we put the StreamYard link in the chat. So y'all can interact directly with us. I think we could move on. Got a few more before we get to the main topics, because the world is going crazy. This man is trying to explain why racism is growing in Canada. Racism always been there in Canada. Canada had slavery.
Yeah, I recently saw a video of these people of our community dumping the Ganesh idols into beaches and lakes and literally throwing them. And then they say, why is there racism? You fucking bunch of idiot couples. If you do things like this, and then you expect the Canadian people who live here to respect you and to treat you as equals, then you're full of shit. Let me remind you, you are living in their country. Have some decency, have some civic sense, have some responsibility towards Indians. You are tarnishing the image of the entire country just because you people were not taught civic sense by your parents. So it is my request to these people, please stop these things. And if you can't stop these things, please go back to India. Do not live in Canada, do not live in USA, do not live in any other country. Go and live in India and learn some basic civic manners, then go somewhere.
This Elon Musk, I think he wants to be white, man.
Yeah, he hates being Indian. I'm gonna tell you right now, he doesn't like being Indian. All the East Indians are doing is the same thing they do in India. That's it. They refuse to integrate. They want to keep their customs. which is bathing in the Ganges River, which is full of feces and corpses. They think they could do the same thing in the rivers in the US and the rivers in Canada and the lakes. They're about to mess up my fishing spots. Good night. I just thought about that. Yeah, listen, in order for you to not mess up our fishing spots, because we like to fish, just go back to India. Or just don't come. Or learn some civic basic manners. Or just grab a bar of soap. That's what the East Indian man is saying, not me. You understand? Good night. He's basically saying, y'all need to stop acting Indian. The Indian man tells you, stop being Indian. And then maybe there will not be racism in Canada. The truth is, there will always be racism in Canada because Canada was built off of racism.
Right.
That's the truth. Y'all don't know that Canada had slaves as well. Black people, just like they don't like to go to the doctor in the US, they don't like to go to the doctor in Canada. The natives don't like to go to the doctor in Canada either. Why? Because they were getting forcefully sterilized. They're removing the ovaries from native women under the guise of some type of experiment. That's racist. The same way they pushed abortion through the Black and Hispanic and Native community, they did the same over here in Canada. Canada has the same history of racism as the US. They just don't have a Confederate flag. And then you have to say this all the time. Salakia.
And Salakia, if I may add, like you see how he like speaking for white people, you know what I'm saying? Like this is their country. Why is he not speaking for Native Indians?
Exactly.
You know this country belong to Native Indian. They didn't come over here with, you know what I'm saying, civism and, you know what I'm saying, like good manners. They slaughtered the Native Indians. You understand? They slaughtered them. Even matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, even hygiene. You know what I'm saying? The Native Indians showed them hygiene, how to bathe, you know what I'm saying, how to take care of themselves and clean themselves. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I hate about these other nations. You know what I'm saying? They come here, you understand, they respect the oppressor, they respect their custom and whatnot. But when it comes to the Native Indian, the blacks, the Latinos, no words. You know what I'm saying? If it feels like, you know what I'm saying, like Native Indian don't even exist. You understand? Because you come, this is their country. You come to their country. You should advocate, you know what I'm saying, speak for them instead of speaking, you know what I'm saying, for French Canadian and English Canadian, man. So like it.
Yeah, why don't you do that? The only reason you're able to set up a corner store is because the white Canadians, the white Americans, the white British people, the French, the Spaniard, every country you immigrate to committed a genocide on the Native Americans, on the Native Caribbeans, and the Native Central and South American. That's the only reason why you're able to set up shop over there. You understand? The only reason you're able to set up shop in Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana and Suriname throughout the Caribbean islands because we were slaves and you came as indentured servants. We laid the groundwork for you to be here for free. You understand? So before talking about, well, let's be mindful of white people and their culture and their customs before we come over here with our East Indian customs. Be mindful of the Native American Indians whose land is still walking on. Canada's the whole Western Hemisphere is a mass graveyard. You understand? Be mindful of that before you come over here talking about let's be mindful of white people. Salakia. We can move on to the next one. Damn. Right-wing political activist Charlie Kirk was shot in Utah. Good night.
Oh my God. Go, run. Oh.
That's not the shooter, by the way. The shooter is some 22-year-old sodomite. I just read an article. He was living with his transgender boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever that identified as. Yeah, I read the article yesterday. He was living with his LGBTQ girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever they identify as. Let me see if I could pull it up. Yeah. Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin lived with transgender partner who is now cooperating with FBI.
Good night.
Listen, yeah. So this bald white person right here is not the shooter. That's the alleged shooter at the time. And it's a horrible event that happened in one of the most whitest parts of America.
Okay.
You understand? I truly hope that all Christians throughout the world have the Christian heart to forgive the shooter. I truly hope. Because our people, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, were able to have the Christian heart to forgive the people who still lynch them till this day. The people who made leather shoes out of their skin. The people who slit open the pregnant woman's belly and snatched the baby out the belly and bashed it on rocks. Our people were able to forgive that. They had the Christian heart to do so. They had the Christian heart to forgive 400 years. Damn near over 400 years of atrocities, of free labor, of blood, sweat, and tears, and still get unalive till this day and still have the Christian heart to forgive their unaliver. So I really truly hope that the American people have the Christian heart to forgive Charlie Kirk's unaliver.
If I may, priest, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I believe, I remember, you know what I'm saying, that oppressor, you know what I'm saying, was speaking against gang violence in the Black community. We are so violent, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would have been alive if he was among Black people right now. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he's like, you know what I'm saying, speaking, and the irony of it is like he's speaking for white people, and white people have to kill him. That's how bloodthirsty the white, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor is. He's speaking for them, and they still kill him. You know what I'm saying? But we the violent one. You know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying, this is like a white savior, you know what I'm saying, for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, he's speaking for my God, you know what I'm saying, like for making America great again. Yet, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor is such a devil, you know what I'm saying, like he can't even let that one live, you know what I'm saying? He has to kill anything or everything. So like,
you know what's crazy? I was on TikTok yesterday with us, YAHANNA. A white man said he was the Malcolm X of the white race. I was like, well, damn. It's like his idea of white revolution was white supremacy. I was like, well, damn. That is crazy. He's the white Malcolm X. Well, Christians, pray for the white Malcolm X and his family and forgive the unaliver of Charlie Kirk. That will be the most Christian thing you'll be able to do. Because what do Christians say? God hates the sin and not the sinner. God hates the shot, but not the shooter, according to Christians. It's a lot. And the crazy part is, guess what? We're still being blamed for it. Right after that, they were sending threats to HBCUs. The governor of Utah he prayed for 33 hours saying, I hope it's not one of ours. He prayed saying, I hope it's not one of ours. For 33 hours. What is that supposed to mean? Now, come to find out, he was not talking about which political party. You know why? You know he was not talking about which political party, because white people turn around and saying, white people fight back. I mean, whites fight back. He didn't say Republicans fight back, Americans fight back. He said, white men fight back. I was like, well, fight back against who?
Right.
You're not saying it's a political party that has to fight back. It's a whole race. It's all. This is you see, it's called a call for arms. They're telling white people throughout the world, because they're mourning him in the UK, they're mourning him in Canada, they're mourning him in France. Saying white men fight back. I was like, damn. So white man gets unalived by another white man, and we're to blame. And then they're told to fight back, but not against some indoctrinated potential mass shooter, but against people of color, against Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That's what they're told to fight back against. You understand? Salakia.
So like if I want to add out as well, like what I'm saying, you see how the shooters, understand, is a LGBTQ. When are what I'm saying, when is those organizations, I'm saying, like the ADL and I'm saying, like those organizations, I'm saying, gonna label LGBT as a terrorist group? I'm saying, because so far we've been seeing mass shooting, like I'm saying, like it's always somebody from their community. So when are they going to be labeled, I'm saying, as a terrorist organization?
Right. They are a hate group. They hated Charlie Kirk. As a matter of fact, you know what's crazy? They were telling immigrants, be careful on how you speak about his unaliving. Beware. But yet, they didn't tell the LGBTQ people the same thing. And they're celebrating. I was like, well, damn. We'll look bad because they say we're not mourning him the right way, or we're not mourning him. But what about the rainbow community who are celebrating his unaliving?
Right.
Imagine that. Good night. I think we could move on. I don't know if you want to add to it, but
Reese. That was it.
Let me get the next one. Give me 1 second.
Lawyer, you live.
Listen, you're about to see a lot of racial and civil tension. You understand? Pull this one up. About to see a lot of racial and civil tension. Listen, again, like I said, civil wars. I didn't say it. The Bible said it. Civil wars, race wars, world wars is right now.
Breaking news, France is falling. For decades, it lived off Africa's resources and power. But now, that empire is crumbling before our eyes. In just months, 14 African countries have kicked France out. Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad were the first to end military deals and chase out French troops. Then Ivory Coast and Senegal followed, closing French bases, sending soldiers home and cutting ties. Chad has ripped up its defense pact. Ivory Coast is removing 600 French soldiers, and Senegal will close its last French base before the end of 2025. This is more than troops leaving, it's France's lifeline snapping. For years, Paris depended on Africa for minerals, for military power, for survival. Without Africa, France is collapsing under its own weight, its economy sinking, its influence gone. What we are breaking news, France.
This is France. Government of France is collapsing. They were rioting when they got a new governor, right? But no, new prime minister. The minister of France is the minister of war out of all of them. And the president said, we need to be ready for war by March 2026. The hospitals need to be able to welcome 10 to 50,000 casualties between a span of 10 to 180 days. That's what the president said. Listen, the reign of these empires is done. Salakia.
Gone, you know what I'm saying? And may Babylon fall, man, because you know what I'm saying, like the French oppress so many people across the world, especially, you know what I'm saying, in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? Like, may God bring justice, you know what I'm saying, for our people, you know what I'm saying? May God destroy France even more, man. French, Spain, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere the oppressor is falling, you know what I'm saying? And if you're outside, you're looking, you know what I'm saying, and you're looking at what's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying, you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. So like, it is about time for you to be in the UPK, man. It's about time for you to, you know what I'm saying, like, gather together with your own people, you know what I'm saying, because the world, as you know it, is about to be done, you know what I'm saying. And when I'm not talking about the planet Earth, you know what I'm saying, like, but I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, like, the government, the empire ruling this earth right now is falling. and you're gonna be the next one coming up. But you know what I'm saying, we gotta do it, you know what I'm saying, with our laws, our custom, and going back, you know what I'm saying, to our God, man. So like
damn right. Yes, and all these images you're seeing, it's like, yo, listen. Where's this precept again? Let me pull it up. I think it's Revelation 6 and 4, 4 and 6. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. Says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from earth. There's going to be nothing but war. Again, race war, civil war, world war. This is the only thing you're about to see right now on the face of the earth. It doesn't matter if you go to church, if you go to the mosque, if you go to your synagogues, if you go to your Buddhist temples, there is no brotherhood outside the I.S.U.P.K. Not in those purple sodomite Israelite groups, none of those pagan churches. You understand? In the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge is the only place you'll be safe. There is nothing but war. There's nothing but civil unrest. How will you prepare for that? You understand? You keep reading, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. There is a vibe. That's what a spirit is. The spirit is a vibe, right? That horse is a spirit of war. That's what it is. You understand? And it's even, listen, this is prophesied. This just shows you that this empire is falling at an alarming rate. But it must fall in order for ours to rise. That's what you don't understand. When you see these images, you're about to see that throughout the whole planet Earth. In Canada and the US, white people are recruiting racist white groups, extremists, neo-Nazis are recruiting on the face of the earth, really. They just had 100,000 men march in London and they clashed with the police. Shamgar sent me a clip. Let me see if I could pull it up. Listen, Officer Shamgar sent me a clip. I knew it was going to happen, but I was like, damn, that is hilarious. Like how these racist neo-Nazis who march for white pride in the UK, you understand? Yeah, that's the clip right here. Listen, this happened yesterday. This happened yesterday. Let me see if I can pull up the sound. I don't know if you see, there was a woman cop. Listen, if you're a woman, you don't be a cop, don't be a correctional, don't be listen, be in the kitchen. This is a horrible time. Listen, let me pull this precept up, right? What we're seeing right now, which is coming to Canada and America, is 2 Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men. Sedition is really just civil war. That's what it means. Civil war, civil unrest. And invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. They're not going to regard the authority and power. Trump got shot in the ear. Good night. Charlie Kirk got down like a deer. They're not going to give a damn. Listen, was it 2 years ago? The police unalived a little Arab kid in France. They rammed a car through the mayor's office. Listen, this is about over 100,000 people going against what? 20 police officers in the UK? They swarmed them. Why? Because the UK is turning into a Muslim country. White people are saying, we want our country back. We can't let the Pakistanis take over. We can't let the Afghanis take over. We're taking our country back. That's what happened yesterday. That's what the march of yesterday in London was about, white supremacy. That's what it was about. You understand? Listen, you cannot, the ideology of integration has been over with. White people want their white country back in Canada, in the US, everywhere around the globe. They're willing to die for it. Again, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. It doesn't matter of the authority. They're saying, we've taken this back with all measures of force. That's what happened yesterday in London. And the course of their actions shall be in their power. You know what that means? That means the Charlie Kirk shooter knew exactly what he was doing. He had what did it say? He didn't have he was not a lunatic. He was not, he didn't have a troubled past. He was just a regular American. He was a regular white man. And the course of their action, listen, it don't matter about the consequence. He knew exactly what the consequence would be. Isn't his dad like a police officer? It didn't stop him from unaliving the white man say he would have been the next white president. Imagine that. There's about to be more and more events and incidents like this throughout the planet. Again, the crazy part is, listen, whether you're a brother or a sister, don't be a cop, because you're gonna have to deal with this. Listen, the white woman was being pushed over by these British hooligans. And this is happening throughout the planet Earth. And if it ain't happened yet in your city, it is about to happen. It was in Minnesota or Indianapolis, around somewhere in the Midwest. Neo-Nazis are marching with neo-Nazi flags. Broad daylight. Talk about white pride. And you know how they're recruiting these white people? They recruit them in boxing gyms, in regular training gyms. You better start training. Even though our fight is spiritual and not physical, meaning you have to separate from these people. Separate from them. All these people are neo-Nazis, just white people marching for white pride. They don't even have to be neo-Nazis. They're just white people. They're just proud white British people. That's it. They're the same as the proud white Americans, the proud white Canadians, the proud white French people. I'm going to show you another one. They have a hunt for niggers in France. Literally, that's what it's called. That's the next one we're about to pull up. And don't be surprised when it happens. We've been telling you it's about to happen. It's prophesied. We've been telling you, but you don't want to listen. What you want to do is believe in the dream Martin Luther King gave you, which is, let's have little white boys and little black girls and little black boys and little white girls walk hand in hand together. You can't go against what God said. God said we need to be in power. And the only reason you're afraid to be in power is because when you read Isaiah 14, 1-2, it's about, slavery, rulership. We're not equal, we're superior. The only reason you have a problem with that is because you see superiority through the eyes of your oppressor. You see rulership through the eyes of your oppressor. And your oppressor is the wickedest talking about that's in rulership right now. It's the reason why you have incidents like this. What? Charlie Kirk unaliving happened because white people are in rulership. Palestinians are dying because white people are in rulership. Pakistanis are being assaulted throughout Europe because white people are in rulership. Africans are starving because white people are in rulership. You're afraid of rulership or disgusted by it because you look at it through the lens of your oppressor. Your oppressor is a bloodthirsty monster. You think you don't want to own slaves in the kingdom, even though that's what it says. Why? Because you look at it through the eyes of your oppressor. Guess what? We're a righteous nation. You understand? We will not skin them alive and make couches off of their skin like they did to us, because we're not a monstrous nation. We're not a bloodthirsty, monstrous nation like they are. And because we have laws against it, it would be unclean. Imagine that. They don't have laws against anything. They don't. You understand? And if this did not happen in your city yet, it is coming. So what y'all need to do is come to class. You brothers, you sisters, you want to make sure that your family is safe, your children are safe, your friends are safe. You come to class. You change yourself. All we have to do, the Most High said, all we have to do is follow the laws. What is it? Exodus 22 and 23? I forgot. He fights for us. We don't have to fight. We don't have to do no uprising like that. The Most High will fight for you. We'll fight for you if you obey. That's all you had to do. And you have to separate from these nations, or you're going to be victims of the plagues that are going to befall them. You're going to be a casualty in a civil war. You're definitely going to be buried in the race war. And shit, if that's the case, don't let me start about the world war. Regardless, you're going to be on the losing end. The only winning team is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, because we're the only body of Christ. Christ, the body of Christ is not cloned, is not duplicated anywhere. You understand? Y'all better get right before it's too late. Salak, I want to be long-winded.
No, everything you said is put to work, recent, powerful. You know what I'm saying? What I just wanted to add also is that remember when we had they had the Black Lives Matter march, you know what I'm saying? And they were saying, well, black people are violent and breaking stuff. Well, wait until you see white people marching. Wait until you see white people following those police officers to their house and burning down their houses. Wait until you see, you know what I'm saying, they burning the whole, you know what I'm saying, like Capitol, you know what I'm saying, their places, government places like that. Then you'll see it was really, you know what I'm saying, like violence. So like,
I mean, the proof is right there. France, listen, white people, they can, listen, do you know how many black people had to disagree in an argument with Charlie Kirk? Which one of these black or Latino committed an act of violence against Charlie Kirk? None.
Right.
It was a white man who did it. Listen, Black Lives Matter. There's no white casualties when Black Lives Matter. Look at this. This is in the UK. They had 100,000 plus men march in the UK, and they jumped the police. They jumped the police. They threw barriers at them. They knocked them down. They don't even care. There was a policewoman. They didn't care. They were damn near stomped her to death. Look at this. There's women in there. They don't give a damn. They give a damn. Men, women. Yes, it was the people versus the police. See, that was a woman. See how he pushed that woman like nothing. She had a stick in her hand. Good night. It's gonna. You see the thing. Police like saying, "Well, I was trying to go home to my family." Is the day is coming where the police will really want to try to go home to their families, and they're not going to be on the streets patrolling. Not going to be on the streets patrolling. They're not going to give a damn. It's about to be horrible. Y'all going to have to call the I.S.U.P.K to police your areas. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have to call the men of the Lord, the righteous men. That's what's going to happen. You won't be able to rely on the police. Y'all don't even like the police. They say the black people don't like the police. We speak against them all the time. When's the last time that black people just jumped a group of police officers? When's the last time black Latino people did that? When did the natives ever do that? These white hooligans literally started jumping the police. You see, this is over 100,000 people. You understand? The police can barely fight back. And that's white people. And that's how America was created. America was created why? Because they rebelled against British authority. That's really how you got America today. France, there's the Bastille Day, La Prise de la Bastille. Spain, good night. If you want to know about real white uprisings, look at France, look at Spain. They're professionals. They're professionals. You understand? A lot of the bombs Pablo Escobar was getting, he was getting them from Spaniards, because Spaniards are professionals. Spaniards are professionals and say, listen, in order for us to make a statement for the government to understand the people, we're going to blow a building. That's what the Spaniards were doing. That's where Pablo Escobar got his idea from of blowing shit up in Colombia. France is no different. France is saying, listen, we're going to fight physically the government. We're going to take our white land back. And that's why they were marching in the UK. And these same white people who are protesting are the same white people who are doing this right here. I'm going to translate it for you, right? It says, une chasse aux nègres, 7 plaintes après des agressions lors d'une fête de village dans la Creuse. It says a nigger hunt, literally. They're hunting niggers. That's what they're saying in France. And these are the same white people that you're told to forgive. You're told to you need to, how you end racism is by marrying with them. You marry them, you end up in a body bag, like the sister that happened in Colombia or somewhere. Was it in Kentucky? She went on a Popeyes date with this white man, and she ended up being the Popeyes dinner. I'm making fun of the sister or the situation. I'm just letting you know. These is the people right here that you're being told to forgive. You're being told they're not all bad. There's 100,000 of not all bad white people right here that you see clashing with the police. It was a not all bad white man that shot Charlie Kirk in the neck. These are not all bad French people that are hunting niggas. The not all bad white people are the worst. Because the bad white people, they let you know. They're not all bad white people. They flash a mirror in front of you that, you know what, we're not all bad white people. I have black friends. I have a black grandmother. I have one drop of black blood in my veins. The one drop rule was started by some racist white man. But y'all don't know that. That racist white man had the book Hitler wrote as his Bible. Listen, we're not just, listen, the priests and prophets of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K are historians as well. What are you talking about? We know what you don't, and we're bringing it to light to make you understand that the white man is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And it's high times like never before for you to separate from these oppressors. They literally said, you see, good night. You know how biblical this is? Because how is Esau described? As a cunning hunter.
Right.
In France, they started la chasse aux nègres, the nigger hunt. Good night. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna translate it for y'all. Insultes, racistes, passage à tabac, traque dans les rues, les médias a pu consulter 4 des 7 plaintes déposées après une attaque raciste dans la Creuse. Pour mener l'enquête, nous avons besoin de vous. Basically saying racial derogatory terms, you know, they got beat up. They were being hunted in the streets in France. You understand? And the white man say, yeah, it is a nigger hunt. You see how they call it a witch hunt when you hunt for witches? They look for them. They burn them on the stake. Well, that was a nigger hunt. That's what they're saying right here. You understand? It's a lot, yeah, if you want to add to it.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the oppressor is the damn devil, you know what I'm saying? And what you're saying right now, you know what I'm saying, in France, you know what I'm saying, like the nigger hunt, this is about to be around the world, you know what I'm saying? Like you about to see white people in the full complete element, you know what I'm saying, their full spirit. And this is for you that say that the Bible, you know what I'm saying, is fake. Well, the Bible says exactly, you know what I'm saying, and during this last day, you about to see the men of sin, just like you quoted earlier. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says that, and you're about to see exactly, you know what I'm saying, who those oppressors are. And this is why, you know what I'm saying, like speaking, the school that you know what I'm saying, that is here to protect you, to help you realize, you understand, who you are, is such an important thing, you know what I'm saying, to have this truth in our time, you know what I'm saying? Because you would have been a Christian, not knowing your oppressor is the oppressor, then next thing you know, they bomb your church, you know what I'm saying, with everybody in it. You're about to see this, you know what I'm saying, come into life, because the oppressor cannot be nothing but the oppressor that he is, man. So like,
damn right. And guess what? You won't be able to seek help. You really be able to contact the man from the I.S.U.P.K. I'm gonna tell you what. When Commander YAHANNA told you, listen, don't be surprised if they shut down the grid, shut down the internet, they shut down the cell towers. We had a blackout. Was it last year? They shut down the cell towers for like 48 hours in Canada. If you had a specific phone company, you could not use the phone. You could not even use your bank card. You could have either use cash or a credit card. Now everybody has access to a credit card. You understand? You're only going to be able to rely on one another. Yeah, the first passport I went to in North Carolina, I came back, there was an ice storm. This city was dark. I said dark. There was no lights in the city. No lights. You understand? It's gonna be bad. Listen, I'm gonna show you an example. There were 3 different governments that collapsed. Yeah. 3 different governments collapsed in just 72 chaotic hours.
God.
France, Nepal, I think that's Japan.
God.
You understand? This is biblical. The Prime Minister only resigned amid large-scale protest. Prime Minister Behu lost a confidence vote and the government collapsed. He is also a racist. He got replaced by the Minister of War. And right when the president said, yeah, let's get ready to go to war. Because when you go to war, you cannot have an election. He said we'll be ready to war by March 2026. And do you know how it's amazing that around Passover, Francis said, let's get ready to go to war? We're about to see something amazing. Japan said Prime Minister I.S.U.P.K resigned amid internal party conflicts. And watch this. The Nepal went dark. 19 kids shot dead. Internet killed in 17 minutes. That's it. They just pulled the switch on Nepal. That's all they did. They pulled the switch, just like they do it in Nepal. You think they cannot do it over here? The Rogers cell towers were turned off. Lord was with us. I was able to still use my phone because we're not using a one that's pinging off the Rogers cell towers, but that doesn't mean it can't go dark. You understand? And for all you sisters talking about you're independent women, you're going to need a man. You will need a man. You're going to realize you're going to need protection. If you have a kid, your kid is going to need a protection. You understand? You think it's bad right now? Wait till shit hits the fan. If it's not coming to your city yet, it will be coming to your city. We're seeing a power shift. Don't you know that each major empire that had us in captivity had a similar collapse? People like to say, let's learn about the past and not repeat the mistakes. These are the exact same mistakes of the past. We're seeing a society collapsing right before us, just like the Egyptians, just like the Romans, the Greeks, the Persians, the Babylon. All these empires collapsed a similar way. And the thing they had in common is that we were in captivity under them. Salakia.
God. And I just want to add, like, for those time coming, for all you sisters, you understand, that think you independent, you understand, you a bus bitch and whatnot, you're about to find out that having a man of the Lord in your life is one of the best things that could have happened to you. A man that obeys the laws of God, that has God's protection. In those time coming, you're gonna need that. You understand? And this is where the Bible, you understand, say in those days, you understand, like 7 women shall lay hold of a man. You understand? Because you're about to see, like, you understand, danger, you understand, in a whole nother level. You understand? Especially, like, you understand, if there's no internet, if there's no, you understand, like, electricity, you understand, if the grid shut down, you understand, you're about to see the real face of, you understand, evil outside, especially with those Edomites. Those Edomites are about to go rape anything. You understand? They're gonna kill anything, you understand? And not to forget, you know what I'm saying, cannibalism is also part of Edomite lifestyle. You understand? So you'll be just like, you know, food for them. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need a man of the Lord, man, a man of the UPK, you know what I'm saying, that has God protection, because not only for you, but for your kids also, man. You understand? Those times that are coming, something, you know what I'm saying, that you're not ready for. You think America, you know what I'm saying, like, has bunkers reserved for you. The elites have bunkers for them, not for you. You understand? And you're about to see another type of, you know, era in this life that we live in right now. So, like,
no, that's true. Because listen, the police is not going to be. The police will listen. They have families too. Police will leave. You won't be able to see anything. You won't be able to call for them. And if you haven't watched Commander YAHANNA's lecture in Chicago, y'all go watch it. Our oppressor is turning up to a whole different level of being the most racist, bloodthirsty devil there is, to a whole other level. You know what happens when an animal is cornered? Is fight or flight. There's nowhere to run. He's going to fight. We know how white people fight. Look at it right there. You know what they hate more than an oppressive government? You know what they hate more than these East Indian immigrants and these Chinese African immigrants? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. A white man unalived Charlie Kirk, and they had the caucasity to blame you for it. They said, white man, fight back. You think the UK, you think the UK right now is protesting because they want to make the UK white again. They want to make the Great Britain white again by removing the Pakistanis and the Afghanis and the Iraqis or whatever the case is, because it's too many Muslims. That's what they say. You know what they hate more than Muslims? They hate the Jamaicans. They hate the Windrush generation. They hate the natives. They hate the Latinos. That's who they hate more. All you have to do is step aside. You have to come to the school. Was it 394 Lodge Road in Birmingham? That's what you have to do if you're in the UK. If you can't travel there, listen, tune into online classes. You have no reason not to be in a class. It's too far. I don't know where it is. Listen, you know where to find weed though. You can move to a whole other country and find the drugs that you're addicted to. You say you don't know where the UPK is. You can't go on Google. You can't ask. This white man asked ChatGPT a question. He said, go ahead and unalive your mother. She's a spy. You can't just go and ask ChatGPT, where's the closest I.S.U.P.K near you? You're a hypocrite. You're a liar. You're a drug addict. In the words of a wise man, you understand, if you're not in the school, you're damn near a homosexual. What are you doing? You're sucking on a blunt? You're going to want to stop getting high. That's what you're going to want to stop doing. When stop getting high, stop being a whore. Our oppressor is getting ready to fight 3 different wars. Damn near 4 different wars. You're going to fight a civil war, a race war, a world war, and a holy war. You're out here smoking blunts and racking up bodies as a sister. Imagine that. Our oppressor is a serial rapist. You're going to need a black man in the black house. And when we say black, Latino, and Native American Indian. Because our people is not safe. And we're seeing this right now. You understand? It's like we could move on unless you want to add to it. Yeah, we can move on in 1 second. Yeah, anyone who wants to chime in? Salakia?
We could move on. That was it for me.
Okay, again, anyone who wants to chime in, right? Just put your comments in the chat, questions. If you want to jump in, we could put a StreamYard link, right? In 1 second. And if you think you only had to worry about Edomites, listen, watch this. This is not Edomites. You can't make this up. Listen, they burned down 7 churches in Spain. You better leave the church. You think you only have to worry about Edomites? You have to worry about every single heathen that is out here. You have to worry about every single heathen out here. We tell you, listen, Brothers and sisters, y'all leave the church, y'all leave the mosque, the Buddhist temples, the synagogues, y'all come into the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, under Commander General YAHANNA. As a matter of fact, let me get this precept real quick. Let me go to Ezekiel 11, verse 16. Ezekiel 11, verse 16. Therefore say, thus said the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, as it was prophesied, you will be cursed and cast away far off among the heathen, right? Throughout the four corners of the earth. Why? Because we disobeyed the Lord. That's why. Because we refuse to abide by the law, statutes, and commandment. Because we adopted other nations' culture. That's why. We're not in our land no more. We've been cast afar off among the heathen, among these filthy, strange nations.
Wow.
And although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Where the little sanctuary? Everywhere there is a man of the Lord. Everywhere there's a school under Commander General YAHANNA. Everywhere there is I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. I.S.U.P.K, Montreal, Toronto, Windsor, Jamaica, Detroit, New York, Mexico, Honduras, I.S.U.P.K, UK, instead of school is in Birmingham, 394 Lodge Road again. France, listen, everywhere there's I.S.U.P.K is that little sanctuary, that safe haven for our people, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You understand? Because listen, y'all have to. You think y'all have to worry about the devils? That's in Canada. They're chanting "Death to Canada." Imagine that.
Canada, death to the United States, and death to Israel. We are Hezbollah, and we are Hamas. Israel Palestine! Palestinian solution! Death to Canada! Death to the United States!
Listen, you think you only have to worry about the devils? We're telling you, listen, it's going to be time than ever before. You're going to have to separate from every single heathen nation. When Christ said, give your life for your friends, he was talking about a fellow Israelite. Not talking about your high school friend you grew up with. You observe his culture. He's African, he's Arab, he's East Indian, he's white. People have no culture, but you get the point. You're going to have to realize you can't fight white supremacy of the Christian church by becoming a Muslim. You can't. You will not be able to fight Arab supremacy by going back to Catholicism, Christianity, or just being an atheist. I don't give a damn what you believe in. You need to come to the school. You understand? That's the only thing you're going to be able to do. So like the other one.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? And the scripture said, terror shall make him afraid. You know what I'm saying? You about to see terror in America, in Canada. You know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K been telling you this since 1969, and you thought we was crazy. You thought like we should love everybody. You thought, you know what I'm saying, like these men are insane because of what they're speaking. Meanwhile, what we say is exactly what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? You should blame your pastor for not telling you the truth. Now, you know what I'm saying, like you still have time to come and make it to the UPK. Obey these laws, you understand, do what is necessary for you to do so you could be safe during those times. But you know what I'm saying, like we've been warning you back and forth again and again, you understand, telling you the times is coming, you know what I'm saying, like when your kids not gonna be able to go to school, when you won't be able to find water, when you won't be able to find food if it's not by the protection of the Most High, man. You understand? So come out of this life, you understand? Come out of this life and come serve God, our power, you understand? Because those times is short and those times are going to be like real evil, man. You know what I'm saying? Those Muslims, you think, you know what I'm saying, those Muslims are, you know what I'm saying? I know they have a facade of being like wise and, you know what I'm saying, and prudent. You know what I'm saying? These are terrorists, man. You know what I'm saying? These are, and I'm not saying in general, you know what I'm saying, but their religion allow for them to, you know what I'm saying, kill you for, you know what I'm saying, in the sake of the religion. You know what I'm saying? You about to see, like, for you that goes to church, there's no protection in the church, just like you stated, you know what I'm saying? There's no protection in the church, you know what I'm saying? These men are about to go inside of the church, wipe, you know what I'm saying, the whole congregation out. You understand? The only place where you'll be protected, you know what I'm saying, under the grace of the Most High is in the ISUPK. So like it.
Damn right. And I got the precept I wanted to pull up earlier. It's Exodus 23 and 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, whose voice? The Most High. Obey his voice. What did he say to do? Is to follow the commandments and do all that I speak. Then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. The Most High will fight your fights, as he always did. You know what? The heathens know that too. It's in the Apocrypha. It's in Judith 5, verse 20. It says, it shall be one error within this people, or one fault, that, you know, we can overtake them. That's the only reason they're able to overtake us, because you have none but faults. All these faults is you not following God, is you going to church, is you worshiping Islam, is you eating pork, smoking crack, cigarettes, being a whore, talking about a slut walk. If you listen to the Most High, if you do not marry white women, what we always have to emphasize, because out of all heathens, it seems there's an infatuation with white people all the time. It doesn't matter which heathen. If you obey the Lord, he will fight your fight, and that's it. And here's the proof, right? All these so-called Jewish people over there oppressing Palestinians, you know how they're not the real Jews? Because they have to bomb them. The Lord never said, gather all the missiles and the bombs. He said, listen to my voice, and I will fight your fight. We don't have to gather an army. The Lord is our army. He's the Lord of hosts. He's the Lord of armies. He will fight our fight. You understand? There's another one. This is, if you think these are isolated incidents, this is throughout France, the UK, Canada, Australia, Spain. Let me see if I could zoom in so I can see a translation, because I don't speak Arabic either. I can't zoom in. Okay, there you go. It won't let me zoom in. No sweat. Well, basically, they're threatening to burn down the cathedral, right? They're threatening to burn down the cathedral in France because France, I think, they incarcerated one of their Muslim brothers.
وأخينا إبراهيم العيساوي إذا لم يتم إطلاق سراحه فإن غضب الله سيحل على شعبكم هنا في فرنسا ستحرق كنائسكم القذرة بإذن الله.
You can't make this up. You're not safe anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in the church. It doesn't matter what belief you have. You're not safe anywhere. And all these are coming to a city near you. They call it the Black August. In Spain, 7 Catholic churches have been attacked. Spain, Portugal, Poland. It doesn't matter. You're about to be in for a rude awakening. You understand? Let me pull this clip up.
See Sharia law in Canada replace Canadian law?
At some point it will. You know, because we have families, we are making babies. You're not. Your population is going down the slump. That's right? And by 2060, according to Pew Research Institute, your research, by 2060, Muslims will be the biggest religious group the world over. What are you going to do then? Actually, are you going to oppose Sharia even then?
You do want a Muslim majority nation in the West End, correct?
Just like you had a Western majority nation in the land of native Americans, one day we can have a Muslim majority nation here in Canada, right in your face.
We have Canadian law here, and you say that you want Sharia law to displace Canadian law. That doesn't sound very respectful.
In majority, you wouldn't have any other option. Go to your queen and tell her to change the laws.
Change the laws to what, sir? To Sharia law?
No, change the laws to not allow any more Muslims to come to Canada. We owe our allegiance and our loyalty first and foremost to our religion, not to the Queen, to be honest. When I went for my so-called oath, I was silent. I didn't say anything. It was your responsibility to make sure you got it out of me.
Would you like to see Sharia law?
Listen, the only funny thing about that is that he told the white man, he said, you can't tell me that I cannot impose my belief on the people, because that's exactly what you did. That's the only funny thing, because yeah, he's telling you, listen, you can't tell me I'm doing wrong for imposing my culture on the people, because that's exactly what you did to the natives. And don't believe the hype. They're gonna make it seem it's another holy war, the Catholics versus the Muslims or whatever. It's not. This is biblical prophecy of this society falling apart. That's really what it is. It don't matter. It's because if you're on the Muslim side, if you're on the Christian Catholic side, if you support Palestine, if you support Israel, it doesn't matter. What matter is all these groups are against so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the true, real biblical Jews of antiquity. And this society must collapse for yours to be built. And it is collapsing in front of our eyes. All we have to do is just sit back and watch and just follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's literally all we have to do. Nothing else. It's not. You don't matter how often you train and go to the gym to get ready to fight. Of course, be in shape and be ready to defend yourselves. If you're able to defend yourself by, acquiring something to defend yourself, right, legally, of course. But our fight is spiritual. We have to stop. It's simple as just stop eating pork. It's simple as not throwing away the woman you sleep with because sex is marriage. It's as simple as that. As simple as forgiving one another. As not selling drugs to one another. Guess what? Y'all selling all the drugs about y'all making bans and y'all still struggling. Just struggle legally. Go do a 9 to 5. You understand? It's that simple. Because these race wars are coming. These civil wars are coming. The world war is right here. There's going to be multiple wars and nobody's going to be able to fight them all at the same time. The only person who can do that is the Most High, and he's going to fight for you, to free you. You understand? Salak Yadaw.
Con. And I just want to add on that, you know what I'm saying? You see how, like I'm saying, these other nations, they don't want to conform. They want to keep their culture. All these other nations want to keep their culture. Meanwhile, they tell us, you understand, to assimilate, you understand, not to care about our culture, you understand, to be like the French, to be like the English. These other nations, they care about, you understand, their culture, you understand, like where they come from. And this is an important thing that he said. Our allegiance is to our religion first and not to the queen. You understand? Our allegiance as Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians should be to our God, to Yahweh. You understand? Our allegiance should be to one another. Our allegiance should be, you understand, like those laws in the Bible, man. You understand? Because these are our culture. This is what, you understand, like they're trying to hide from you. You understand? They're trying to hide the fact that you are the children of Israel and the Bible is your book. You understand? The same way these other nations are proud, you understand, of their culture and, you understand, like want to impose their culture on others. Well, you should be proud of your own culture, man. You should be proud of this Bible and what's in the Bible because that's yours, man. So like, yeah.
Damn right. He said he said, "The hell with the queen. I don't worship her." Yeah, that's what he said. Salakia.
Defeating Israel means defeating Canada. This settlement will exist on the basis of the indigenous people and the black people.
Did you hear what he said? This Muslim man said they need to defeat Canada, who was built off of the backs of indigenous people and black people. You saying that we're lying when we say this, but the Muslim is saying, listen, Canada has the same history of the U.S. of oppressing and committing genocide and enslaving blacks and indigenous people.
Defeating Israel means defeating this colonial institution, is defeating the U.S., defeating Israel.
And let's not be hypocrites. Talking about the colonial institutions, the Arabs had us as slaves as well. Right? Just so to be clear, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, we don't have a dog in the fight. We don't support either side of Palestine or the state of Israel, right? We support the chosen people of the Lord, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the real biblical Jews of antiquity, the people whose genocide was committed against throughout the Americas and the Caribbean islands. But he's not incorrect when he says that this institution was built off of the back of blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians. But keep in mind that you can't side, you're not going to be able to defeat white supremacy of Christianity, of the church, by joining Islam. You can't defeat white supremacy with Arab supremacy and think that you're going to be able to defeat your oppressor, because they'll oppress you under Islam. They'll oppress you under Christianity. They'll oppress you under Buddhism. You have to turn back to your law, statutes, and commandments. Salakia.
You know what I'm saying? And also, you see, like, you know what I'm saying, like these people, you know what I'm saying, like you see earlier we was talking about carnival. Don't be shocked when you see, like, you know what I'm saying, mass murder happening in the carnival. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the, you know what I'm saying, like a exposed flesh. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shocked, you know what I'm saying, they go, you know what I'm saying, in the nightclub, in the strip club, and you know what I'm saying, start killing people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of their culture, just like the, you know what I'm saying, the Ishmaelites said, you know what I'm saying, they are proud of the culture. You know what I'm saying? That's what comes first to them. You know what I'm saying? So don't be shocked when this happened in Canada, you know what I'm saying, in America. Don't be shocked. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny you say that. They have a Sharia police in the UK. I'm not making this up.
One part of town, Ramesa and his associates have set up so-called Sharia patrols to go out and discourage behavior that they deem un-Islamic. On this night, they stopped to talk to a couple of non-Muslim men who were in a park drinking beer, which is forbidden under Islam.
So we're just reminding the community about staying safe. And in this area, there's a lot of gambling that goes on, a lot of alcohol.
Imagine that. They're telling white people, I mean, I would understand if they go to Arabs, if they go to Pakistanis and Afghanis, telling them, you know, don't drink beer, it's against Islam. You're telling white people, do not drink beer, it's against Islam. White people are not Muslims. I mean, how could you be mad at the white man imposing his culture when you're doing that to him now? They're about to, listen, don't be shocked they're going to do that to you. Like Officer Adair said, don't be shocked that while you're parading ass naked in carnival, a tragedy happens.
Yeah.
Because it goes against their customs. You understand? It goes against their customs. So don't be shocked. They're imposing a Sharia law just patrolling in the UK, so you can't drink beer because it goes against Islam. I'm not a Muslim. Well, you can tell me I cannot drink. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's illegal anyways to be drinking outside on the side of on the sidewalk in the UK, right? So if it's illegal, don't do it. But don't tell me not to do it because it goes against Islam, right? I'm not a Muslim. What do you want me to do? Stop drinking? You know how many? Listen, what you should do, you should worry about all the Arabs going to the club and drinking. That's what you should do. You understand? Worry about your people, how they follow, and tell them to follow their culture. Just like we worrying about our people following their culture. You understand? If a white man eats pork, I'm not going to stop him from eating pork. It's not his business. In the kingdom, though, he won't be able to. And they'll all be subjected under the law of the Most High. That's what the Bible says. But right now, we have to tell our people to stop eating pork. Tell our people to stop sleeping with the heathens. I'm not going to tell an African to stop sleeping with an Arab or a Chinese woman to stop sleeping with a white man. I couldn't care less. But I'm going to tell my sisters they cannot sleep with any other race than their own. I'm going to tell my sisters that, listen, sex is marriage. You choose that man, you got to keep him. And tell my brothers, listen, sex is marriage. You choose that woman, you got to keep her. And you can't sleep with heathens even though the offspring is the seed of the father. It's a lot.
Right.
The white man's such a devil. They started cutting grass in the back of my building just now. Like I went crazy. Wants to stop the truth. It ain't gonna stop. You got a few more left. Turkey says there's no other option than waging full-scale war with Israel for sake of humanity. Damn.
So like I got a message for these other nations, these heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? You're against Israel, the state of Israel. Well, tell the truth. Black people, you know what I'm saying? Black people are the real Jews. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? The media will pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, investigation needs to be made. You know what I'm saying? How they become Jews, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. DNA, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, they got to do. But, you know what I'm saying, you really against Israel. Start telling, you know what I'm saying, that they are not the real Jews and the blacks in America, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or the 12 tribes of Israel. Problem solved.
Yeah, y'all don't have to go to war.
God.
Y'all just gotta say blacks, Latinos, and natives are the real Jews. Put them back in the land.
God. Yes,
That's really all y'all gotta do. Talk about a full-scale war. If you truly love your people, you don't want the Turkish people to die.
God.
Just tell the truth. It's really that simple. It's really not even complicated. Y'all don't have to die in a war. Y'all don't have to have World War III. Y'all really don't. But y'all so stubborn. You're like, the hell with it. The hell with telling the truth. Damn. Listen, we couldn't care less because the Lord will fight for us.
Right.
I mean, we tired of being oppressed. Don't make it seem like we're not tired of being oppressed. We want to stay subjugated under the white man. No, absolutely not. But if you want, quote unquote, world peace, what he said, for the sake of humanity. Want to help humanity, just tell the truth. Don't go to war. Tell the truth. And tell the other world leaders to tell the truth as well. That's it. Because I'm going to show you the truth according to the Bible. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2 says, I will also gather all nations. All these nations will be gathered as well. And will bring them into the valley of Jehoshaphat. You want to go to the state of Israel? You're going to go to the valley of Jehoshaphat. This will be the final showdown. That's what it says. It's like damn near the southern part of the state of Israel. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. It's not talking about these devils and imposters over there bombing Palestinians. It's talking about the real Jews, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. The Most High will plead for us, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Let me jump to Slovakia to verse what? 14. Verse 14. Joel chapter 3, verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision. This where is going to be the final showdown. You see the last episode, the season finale, however you say it, who cares? This is going to be in the valley of Jehoshaphat. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. This is where it's going to be decided. The fate of humanity, as he wants to call it, which is really the end of this current world, the society that we're in. You understand? Nothing more, nothing less. All you have to do is come to class. That's really all you have to do. Imagine that. Who was there? It was Officer Rakah and myself. We were on Beagle. Some Afghani man blamed us for the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Imagine that. He said it's because of black people. He said, what did he say? He said because black people pay taxes to the white man, they're able to fund their military and bomb Palestine. I was like, well, damn. Do you want us to be criminals and stop paying taxes? He said, yes. I was like, good night. So you're blaming us for just being slaves? I was like, well, I'll be damned. Some Afghani man said it's black people's fault that Palestine is at war with the state of Israel.
So, Salakia, if I may, you understand, Palestinian comes over here, they work and they pay taxes too.
Yeah, aren't the Palestinians paying taxes? Why don't you tell them to stop paying taxes so they can stop funding the state of Israel? Why don't you do that? Why do you have to always worry about us? Listen, Afghanistan has bigger problems than us paying taxes. You know, I'm going to show you some Afghani problems that you have to deal with as opposed to worrying about us. Yeah? This is the problem in Afghanistan that you should go tell the Afghani people to fix. The government is ran by the Taliban. Tell the Taliban to have this disgusting behavior stop in Afghanistan. It's called the Bacha-Bazi culture. I can keep playing this. Listen, the Bacha-Bazi culture is Afghani boys who are hired by rich men in Afghanistan to be dressed, to be put on makeup and dressed like women, and then they proceed to have sex with them. A lot of them are sold by their parents. The parents are pimping the little boys. Don't worry about us paying taxes. Worry about stopping this disgusting behavior in Afghanistan. I thought your religion prohibited such behavior. Worry about that. Don't worry about us paying taxes. Because the Muslims come over here, they also pay taxes. Those taxes go to the white man government and they fund Israel, and Israel bombs Palestine with the tax money that the Muslims pay. Why you worry about us paying taxes? We're slaves. You're not. You're damn near you're modern day indentured servants. Why you worry about us? Go worry about the Bachabazi boys in Afghanistan. You worry about your people, we'll worry about ours. You understand? So like, yeah.
God, and you know what I'm saying, like this, I know you know, this might not be something that most people know, but you know what I'm saying, a lot of these Arabs, you know what I'm saying, like are one of the number one clients of these transgenders. You understand?
Good night.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Listen, don't worry about us. Worry about fixing your people, fixing your community, and we were about fixing our people in our community. You understand? Go fix Afghanistan. Do not worry about us. Let us fix black people, and you go fix the Afghani people. You understand? That's it. That's the only thing, right? I think we had 2 more clips. Good night.
This will be my 6th retreat, and honestly, it's been life-changing. My work is highly stressful. I'm extremely important, and so to be able to escape for a pig weekender and just regress, you know. So I started out with the organic package, but like with anything in life, you want more and feel you can push yourself further. So I'm going to try the battery package today.
Listen. Good night.
Yeah,
Lord be with you. If you want to,
Salakia, go ahead, Salakia.
Go ahead, Adawan. Salaki.
Nah, I was gonna say the oppressor wants to be in this element.
Listen, our oppressor is a disgusting, filthy animal, and here's the proof. That's how he's able, what is it, to regress? That's how he's able to take a break off of work to act like like the filthiest animal on the planet. Look, you see his face. This man was damn near, damn. This man was damn near having the rapture. Salakia. Listen, this is the nature of our oppressors. These are filthy, disgusting animals. It's not because we're racist that we say that. He's showing you his nature. You understand? And this is the people who rule the world. How can you expect anything good from a people like this? And he's not just one individual. There's a whole group of them. Make it make sense. Good night. These are the people who rule the world. These are the people who tell you to separate from. These are disgusting, filthy people. You understand? Salak, y'all don't want.
God, understand. And Salaka, these are the people that's ruling the earth. You understand? They're only ruling because you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, you're not doing what you need to do, which is following those commandments. Yeah. You understand? This is, you understand, the people that put your ancestors in slavery. You thought they were so sophisticated, they're so pure. Nah, these are the people, man. You understand? Let that ponder in your mind. You understand? Like, these are the people that's, you understand, ruling over you. You understand? Meanwhile, you come from kings, you come from royalty, you come from princess and princesses, man. You understand? You come from a lineage of, you understand, that when you read about the Bible, you understand, great men like David, like Solomon, you understand, like the prophets in the Bible, like YAHANNA. You understand? That's where you come from. Yet you have these type of people or these kind of people ruling over you. Ain't you tired of it? Ain't you tired of it? Well, we are tired of, you understand, seeing them animal, you understand, like the beasts of the field, you understand, like, you understand, ruling over us. We want rulership, but that will never come if we don't apply what we're supposed to apply, which is the laws, the precepts in the Bible, following our power. So like,
let's move on to the next one. These are future IDF soldiers, the Israeli Defense Force. It's the people bombing Palestine right now. If you want to pick a side, you know, we're gonna show you right now in the last few clips that you shouldn't pick either side.
What's your name? What's your name? Shumu. What's your name? 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 Shumu.
Listen, even though they're imitating Africans, well, what do you think they think about you, blacks, Latinos, and natives? You know, it's let alone just the blackface. Understand? You should not support either side. We're gonna show you just so you shouldn't support the state of Israel. So you should support Palestine either.
And this one doesn't know.
Salakia, I just wanted to add on this before you go into that one, priest. Salakia, you see them making fun of the, you know what I'm saying, those Amites. It's all cool. They're having fun. Let an Amite start, you know what I'm saying, making fun of them. Anti-Semitism. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody make fun of them with their, you know what I'm saying, with their crooked, you know what I'm saying, nose and everything. Now it's racist, but they make fun of everybody. It's all cool until, you know what I'm saying, they get, you know what I'm saying, people make fun of them. Now it's a problem. Now you know what I'm saying, you evil. That's the oppressor for you. So like,
yeah, so like the white man's the devil. While we're having the show, he's cutting the grass in the back of my building, right by my window.
Cities, black people cannot live in a normal cities. They have to live in a segregated city called a beat town, which is interpreted to slave town. They have multiple candies they call slave candy, and you see like a face of a black man, and they eat it and they call it a slave candy. They don't know the level of racism. And so
that's in Palestine. Just so y'all know, you should not support either side. The Palestinians, the Pakistanis, the Israelis. You should separate from your oppressors. So like, yeah.
You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying, you want to pick side, you know what I'm saying? Both of them were involved in the transatlantic slave trade.
Damn right. You understand? So like, give me one second.
You understand? Like both of them were, you know what I'm saying, like involved in the the slave trade of black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? If you think like Palestinian, and this is what, you know what I'm saying, we so quick, you know what I'm saying, we such a wonderful type of people, you know what I'm saying, because we so quick to help others when they are being oppressed. But what have they done for us? When have Palestinians ever spoke against, you know what I'm saying, like what, so you know what I'm saying, like the oppressor did to us? Whenever they, you know what I'm saying, stood up and said, well, you know what, this is wrong. We need, you know what I'm saying, black people need justice. I'm saying they don't give a damn about you. So why should you give a damn about them? When I have Jewish men, the Jewish man is taking advantage of your culture, taking advantage of the music industry, telling you, you know what I'm saying, to kill yourself, you know what I'm saying, telling you, you know what I'm saying, to sell drugs to your brothers, man, while they're pocketing, you know what I'm saying, billions of dollars, man. And not only that, they take insurance now on the artists, you know what I'm saying, on the artists in your behalf. So if the artists die, they get money still. Well, you think, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, they give a damn about you. It's time for you to give a damn about your own people. You know what I'm saying? Give a damn about so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, man. You know what I'm saying? Mexican are not your enemies, man. They are your brothers in the same situation as you.
Damn right. Like, white man is like the devil. He just finished cutting grass in the back of my building. Let's play one last clip. Understand? Listen, Canada is as racist as the U.S. We will always say, we'll always remind you, this is in Canada right now. They say white lives matter. DEI is how nations DIE. That's what it says right there.
Shiloh Hendricks! Shiloh Hendricks! Did nothing wrong! Shiloh Hendricks! Did nothing wrong! Canada! No crime or race stagnation!
I don't know what that means. That was too much for me, man. That was way beyond what I could say right now. How about free Canada? Free Canada! Free Canada! Free Canada! Free Canada! Free Canada! Free Canada! Sarah Stock's a legend.
Listen, they're doing this in the US, in Canada, in France, in the UK, in Australia, in Spain, everywhere. it is inevitable. Integration is over with. It's not because we're telling you, let's make it over with. No, they're showing you it's over with. These are the same people you say, you know what, let's keep joining them. Let's love them. They're saying they want Canada to be white again. They want America to be white again. They want Great Britain to be white again. They want Spain to be white again. They want France to be white again. And you're telling us we're the racist? We're saying let's separate. We're telling let's separate spiritually. They're trying to kick you out. They're trying to erase you from the census. That's how they're separating from you. We're telling you, stop being a homosexual. Stop going to church. Stop eating pork. Stop having sex with them. That's what we're telling you. And they're telling us we're racist and extremists. You know how extremist they are? They'll erase you from the census. That's how extremes they are. Salakia.
And Salakia, while watching the video, since they're talking about free Canada, there's a Chinese woman amongst them.
Yeah, good night.
Imagine that. Against yourself. You want deportation, but you have Chinese people, with you, in your march. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Because when it says, gather together, O nation not desired, you know it's not talking about Chinese people.
God.
You know it's not talking about the Arabs. You know it's talking about the East Indians. They're the biggest immigrants over here, legal or illegal. Yeah, we're in Canada, the number one deported immigrant is the Jamaicans. And you have the Haitians. And you have the Latinos. Yet, you're thinking the nation is not desired. You might think it's just talking about any non-white people. Listen, the Chinese can walk through Canada and say free Canada. She's not Canadian. She's Chinese. She probably has a Chinatown somewhere on top of Native American Indian cemetery. On top of a graveyard. You understand? Civil war, race wars, world wars is coming right at your door. Salakia, anything you want to add before we end it?
Nah, please, that was it on my part, man.
With that said, this is another successful episode of One West Ground Zero Radio with Officer 1000 Adiyar, myself, Officer 500 Barakiel. You understand? We'll be back every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on I.S.U.P.K Montreal and I.S.P.K Toronto. Tune in. Make sure you pay your tithes. Next Sunday, we have the feast of, the memorial of blowing of trumpets, Sunday, September 21st. You understand? Sundown. Make sure you call into the school. Gather with your brothers. It is a commandment for you to gather on these holy convocations. You understand? Not on Sunday church, not on the 25th of September, not for what's coming up with the heathens, Thanksgiving, Halloween. You sound dumb as hell following a white man and celebrating the genocide of your people. You understand? Worshipping a pumpkin. You sound stupid as hell. And make sure you look for the closest I.S.U.P.K near you. If there's nothing close near you, right, tune into the online classes. Click on the sign in and sign out links. You're in 90 days, become a new person, and help gather our people from this hellish conditions that we're under. Hey, Shalom, Arawan, Yabashashwakta.
Hey, Shalom, Israel.
ISUPK. But with that said, we're going to end it right here. Y'all will be back next week. Shalom.
Warning. Say this from me heart on a rum chat. Here we contact, get your gunshot. Make it sun dark and the ground black. We plant calm but I never agriculture. I know the eagle in the tongue of the vehicle when young people that are the vulture. Said them evil never the vulture. They could have run pan diesel that a fee punja. Away the blood clot. Do some gun back. Away the blood clot. Do some gun back. Easy we could have ready fi make them dopey a the younger. Glad say me not pre when me the younger. That no mean say no pussy can try. Pussy try run up and give with them life. Can't see penalty give with 3 points. This one West boy you must see one die. How the blood clot? Do some gun bad? How the blood clot? Do some gun bad? Don't stop war with we. You will see, you'll see. My dark them are real. Better agree. Don't stop war with we. You will see, you'll see. My dark them are real. Better agree.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West.